As I've been trying to get job applications in like crazy and getting denial letters left and right, I'm just really thinking, why the hell do I want to go back to that hellhole known as retail? So let me tell you, I got some stories of working in retail. And the craziest shit you'll ever hear. Now, I've made some videos prior on my YT channel. But for the newbies, oh boy, I got some tales to tell you for retail. So, first one. Ended up having to work a night shift one time. And, we're pretty close to closing. But then, had this one customer come up with a bunch of things. Asked for some liquor. Whatever. No big. Scan the ID, the whole nine. But like every card was getting declined out the wazoo. So voiding out things. Mind you, I'm just the bagger. And so the clerk is, slowly voiding more and more things. And then eventually it gets to the liquor. And at that point, the customer flipped her fucking lid. And is like, I'm calling corporate on you for raising the prices so damn high. And in my head, the whole entire time, I didn't say it to the customer, obviously, but in my head, I'm like, we are not the ones who set the prices. If you want to complain to the manufacturer and complain to corporate about the prices. We have nothing to do with it. Corporate just tells us what the fuck to do. Okay? So let that be a lesson, customers. Don't put the blame on the cashier and the rest of the employees at the front end of the store for what the prices are. We don't control the prices. Call corporate. Okay? Story number 2. Oh boy, this is a doozy. So, after that, late night shift. And then I had to work the next morning. And apparently, or no, it wasn't the next morning. It was like a week later, and I was back on morning shift for that week. And right after I clock in, and like, smells real bad in the women's room. And of course, I'm just like, okay, what's the issue? Shove me. Perfectly good roll, like brand new roll of toilet paper that someone somehow took out of the rack thing. I mean, granted, it's not that hard. You just need 2 straight heads or whatever, equivalent to the little key thing that we use to change out the toilet paper with. Grab it, but apparently someone did that. And then proceeded to, I kid you not, apparently decided to take a piss on a perfectly good roll of toilet paper when the toilet was right next to the toilet paper roll thing. Like, the fuck? And whoever worked night shift beforehand let that just sit there and fester and ferment. So the whole women's room smelled like piss. I don't know how many gallons or gallon buckets or mop buckets of bleach it took. And I'm not saying your average Clorox either. No, I'm talking the industrial shit. Okay? And it took me like 2.5 cans of Autoban or Poo-Pourri or, one of the odor things to spray to get rid of bad smells. That, and then about like 5 buckets of freaking bleach to get that stank out of there. And the women's room had to be closed for a few hours to let it air out. So for the meantime, only the men's room was open. So had someone, one of us would be standing there, making sure only one person was going in at a time. Granted, the store I worked at wasn't very busy with that in mind. So, but yeah, those are some of the craziest ones. And then, of course, because not much staff, and it's gotten even worse post 2020 when they started going on skeleton crews, and then the greedy corporations realized, oh wait, we could save more money by going on a skeleton crew permanently. Yeah, we've always been understaffed because corporate be greedy. But there was one time, I'm standing there bagging, and then, someone tells me a customer needs some help in whatever aisle because they slip and fell on some pickle juice or whatever that spilled. Help them out. And told me, why didn't anybody do anything? I'm like, well, I was busy bagging. Nobody came over the loudspeaker to say, clean up on aisle whatever, to any of us, as far as I know. Said, I'm calling corporate and making sure the last year happened. I'm like, okay, here's the number. I tried to help her out the best I could. And then, yeah, that's some of the craziest things I've ever had. Oh, wait, no. There's another store I worked at. This one customer had a computer problem from a computer that she bought from the store I worked at. The thing is, faded receipt beyond all legible means. And 2, broke the warranty seal. Because they have about a 7-day warranty. Or basically buyback. So, me and my coworker were telling this person, like, hey, this is what's wrong, but we can't do anything about it because you took it to this other place to try to get it fixed before you brought it to us where you bought it from. So thus you broke the warranty, we can't service this. And then proceeded to curse us out, ask for the manager, so we sent the manager. We get the manager on the phone. Get him in the store. And then he proceeds to curse him out. And I'm just standing there like stone-faced, jaw dropped to the floor, mind you, this was like my first ever retail gig too. So, yeah. Um, and it's the first time dealing with a disgruntled customer. So my jaw's on the floor. And eventually tells her, get out. Packs up her things. Takes her to her car. And then proceeds to launch the cart at the door. Now luckily, very thick glass. So nothing broke. But then it hit one car in the parking lot after it ricocheted off our door. So I'm there chasing after this damn thing. Before it hit another. And I'm just like, how often does that happen? And that's why it's a main question I always have on interviews. I'm like, how many times do y'all deal with like angry customers? It's always on my mind as a curiosity. And sometimes I actually get asked that for interviews. But yeah, shoot, it's a crazy world. It's hell, to say the least. So, but yeah, if you want to see how hard it really is, yeah, good. Go play to retail. But trust me, after about a year, you're gonna wish you didn't.